Okay, occultists, let's see what's in the news. Oh, look! There's something about UFOs. I'd better get on that because I'm an occultist who loves this. I absolutely love UFO stuff. So, what's going to go on with UFOs? I have not clicked this yet. I don't know what the UFO news is yet. I hope it's something about the actual legit government doing some actual legit UFO stuff because that is my jam. What is it? UFOs NASA team study. I'm looking at the URL. NASA announces team of scientists who will study mysterious UFO events in the sky. Oh boy, NASA's on it. So this is a NASA thing, not just any division of the military, but NASA, who is more of a you have like kind of a more civilian level when it comes to NASA as opposed to the others who are way more military. Officials at NASA selected a team of 16 scientists and experts who will delve into the mysteries surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena, more popularly known as identifying flight. Yeah, we know it's UFOs, you dumb shits. The independent study kicked off Monday, so they already started yesterday. Today. The group will include experts across numerous disciplines, including astrobiology, data science, oceanography, genetics, policy and planetary science, as well as retired NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, a former fighter pilot and test pilot and retired U.S. Navy captain. Scott Kelly, I believe he's in politics? Let me take a look at that. Scott Kelly. Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly must be the one in politics, huh? Let me click on him. Yes, he's a senator. All right, that makes sense. Considering there's a photo of him in an astronaut suit, it probably means that he also was an yes, he's an American retired astronaut. All right, glad we all know that. So, retired NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, who is not a senator, but he's a former fighter pilot. Hell yeah. He used to be Navy, which is very interesting. Anytime you have the Navy involved, that means that you have nuclear submarines involved. And I really think that the nuclear submarine people have been encountering aliens in the ocean. I guess that's like kind of a big claim to just sort of put out there with literally no evidence, but the reason why I think this is because it's very common to see the Navy involved in the UFO stuff. And if you look at the intelligence and the espionage protection around nuclear submarine stuff, it's very similar to how the government talks about UFO stuff. A lot of plausible deniability is invoked. So that's nice. Let's see. First announced that they were forming this group in June. Let's see. They won't seek to determine necessarily what the UAPs are, but they will be hashing out how it's best for NASA to approach further study of the phenomenon. This is interesting. How do we take this seriously? I really think that this is them trying to figure out how do they take this alien stuff seriously while facing the public about it. I honestly think they do a lot more when it comes to the alien stuff behind closed doors, that there's a lot they don't tell the public about. But this here is them trying to do something in public to be transparent. How do they be transparent about something that they're totally never going to be transparent about? We all know that they're never going to be completely transparent about their negotiations with another civilization. Now, the oceanography stuff is very interesting. That's why I think that nuclear submarines are intensely involved with this, that there's something going on in the ocean. I'm not just thinking that because Pacific Rim had a portal in the Pacific Ocean in the Marianas Trench that led to some sort of alien dimension or something. I'm just like, if there were a portal to some sort of alien world on Earth, it would probably be in the ocean, just statistically. There's more ocean than there is land. That's just a matter of surface area. So, very nice, very interesting. Let's see. Um, without access to an extensive set of data, it's nearly impossible to verify or explain any observation. Thus, the focus of the study is to inform NASA what possible data could be collected in the future to scientifically discern the nature of UAP. They're really trying to figure out what this is. They're trying to take this seriously. There's been a Pentagon report. We all heard about that. Nothing was really there. Officials at NASA have been thinking about how to study UAPs in a formal way for a long time, but they want to ensure that they approached it in the right way. That's a really weird way to say it. If it's really important, why does it need? What is the pressure of approaching it in the right way? Let's see. The study will be entirely unclassified and within the public domain. It'll take about 9 months, the same time as a baby. Exploring the unknown in space and the atmosphere is at the heart of who we are at NASA. Yeah, the ocean too, for some reason. Understanding the data we have surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena is critical to helping us draw scientific conclusions about what is happening in our skies. Data is the language of scientists and makes the unexplainable explainable. See, it's weird to me that the US government would ever need to explain to anyone why it's taking an interest in unidentified aerial phenomenon. It is obvious that that's a really important thing to work out because of security and safety, and also the idea that there could be anything out there that we don't know about or are not in contact with yet. You do not need to convince the American public why it is that we should take this seriously. So it's very interesting to see them say we need to approach this in the right way. There was no evidence that UAPs are extraterrestrial in origin, NASA emphasized during the initial announcement in June. That's why I think that it's really going to be something that's coming from the ocean. What if there's just more life on this planet than we know about? Let's see. Astrobiology programs, Mars Perseverance. Approach it like that would any other scientific study, taking a field that is poor in data and making it worthy of scientific investigation and analysis. And they're focusing on data. That's nice. I will say there's way more data out there than they ever actually acknowledge. There's way more reports out there civilian-wise. We had Congress people talking to the interagency group that was tasked with getting on top of this UAP thing. We saw them doing interviews earlier this year with them and asking, like, hey, when are you going to let civilians report incidents? Because we have plenty of civilian incidents, and you've never given civilians a way to report these incidents. Instead, you've always just turned them away. And we've been told that there will be a way for civilians to report incidents, but I still don't see it. The budget estimated for this project is between the tens of thousands of dollars and no more than 100,000. That's not going to be paying very many people to dedicatedly work on just this. That's going to be paying for staff to participate on this one period here. Like, I mean, if it's going to be 9 months worth of work. So, I mean, for me, that seems like it's just enough to pay one person if it's for a year. But this is going to be having the participation of many people, so I wonder what the budget is covering. Maybe there'll be a breakdown available at some point. It's difficult to anticipate what the study will reveal. We should be open to the idea that we're looking at several different phenomena. Now, that's very interesting, and I think that's also very important to focus on. There's often different behavior being reported with different sightings. I think we have to approach all these questions with a sense of humility. I've spent most of my career as a cosmologist. I can tell you we don't know what makes up 95% of the universe, so there are things we don't understand. I hope this study moves us forward to understand these phenomena better. But at the end of the day, we may conclude that we still don't understand many aspects of them and perhaps have a roadmap on how to make progress. See, I feel like that's kind of like their way out of ever actually doing anything involving aliens, is them simply reporting back to us, oh, there was just a bunch of stuff we don't understand, so we're not going to do anything. And we didn't do anything. We totally didn't do anything without telling, all the rest of humanity. We promise. So this is a nice start for transparency, but I would really like a little bit more open acknowledgement that the only reason why they're in this situation is because they put themselves here. Like, they could have been paying attention to this decades ago, and they chose not to. Or they chose not to publicly look like they were paying attention to it. So that's my beef with with the people who are on top of UFOs in the US government. And that's what's going on with our NASA new UFO team. We are going to have a team including experts across numerous disciplines, including astrobiology, data science, oceanography, genetics, policy, and planetary science. Policy, planetary science, genetics, oceanography, data science. I really feel like you wouldn't actually. It's interesting they're bringing in data scientists, yet later on in the article they talk about not having enough data. Maybe the data scientists will be able to help them figure out what data to tap. But I wonder if there's going to be an AI component involved here, where they have an AI sort through information that they couldn't correlate before. There's possibly that. It maybe has to do something with language, but genetics is very interesting. That sounds like they've discovered something and they don't know where it comes from. So something interesting that I want to show you that's related to that. Another reason why I think that the ocean is a big answer to this, and I'm gonna go to OBS and switch the tab over to YouTube. Give me just a moment while I remember how to do that. Here we go. YouTube. Okay. Now we're back to the YouTube window. Let's see when it'll actually load. So there's some people that I follow here. They run the Nautilus. Not the old submarine from the story, but a new one. There's a new Nautilus submarine that's doing some stuff. Here we go, Nautilus, EV Nautilus. So these people are in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. They're literally on the bottom of the ocean right now. And look at this. There's 4 live streams. This is them all on top of the boat. So they don't have anything running at the bottom of the ocean right now, I think, because I don't see it. Let me see. This is a quad stream, so it shows all 4 of what they're doing at once. They got anything out in the ground or in the sea right now? Otherwise, I'll show you some of their highlights. Well, kind of. Let me mute this tab. Let me just mute this as well. So this is where they are. You can see. Looks like have they gone back to Hawaii? I know they are close to Hawaii, but they don't actually go off the coast of Hawaii. They go quite far off of Hawaii. So here's one of their highlight videos. They go deep sea on the bottom of the ocean floor. They've been doing this for a few years now. You can see them, here's some coral. I've seen them looking at whale fall, like the corpse of a whale on the bottom of the ocean, and them investigating that to learn more about whales. I've seen them looking at all kinds of living critters, like weird fish. Look at all these really interesting rock formations at the bottom of the ocean floor. What if it's alien technology? We have no idea. But we have people, this was in 2019. These people are parked right now, but that means that they're just not out looking in the ocean this particular minute. They usually are. And they're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, seeing all kinds of stuff down there, and this is what we get to see. These are the highlights. I really think that there's something that's been discovered recently in the ocean that's of huge interest, and also that's highly applicable to the UAP phenomenon. And these divers, there's divers who go down there all the time. There's machinery that goes down there and looks all the time because of drilling. We're constantly discovering new resources on the ocean floor. Oh, look, it's a shark! So yeah. We will make the shark bigger. See? This shark? We found that shark. Yay, shark. So there's that shark down there, but what if there's also aliens? And I don't know, we'll see. NASA will either tell us or they'll cover it up. Either way, there will be news of some sort. I hope eventually